on, but it's
We good.
we good.
I like to hear that. That's my favorite status report. Is we good.
We good.
Good.
Yeah, you got the bong holder right there.
It works. It works.
Boom, boom,
Boom.
boom, boom.
You
Get the
love that
close-up.
excellent shit. What's up, Timmy from New Zealand? I love that excellent shit too, fam.
That's how we try to keep it out here. Mary Jane, good afternoon, and welcome once again to About That Time. I'm your host, Noah Rubin. Very excited. We have a lit-ass guest today for you guys. If you are not up on the Drumma Boy movement, then you clearly have had your eyes closed and your ears plugged because your boy's been dropping the real street heat for more than a decade, collaborating with legends like Gucci Mane, like 2 Chainz, like T.I.P., among others. He's had a pretty exciting year. He dropped a solo album earlier this year, My Brother's Keeper. He's been doing great new music on the soundtrack for I Got the Hookup 2. He dropped a very, very cold track called Gone with Jeezy. And your boy Master P. Drumma, thanks so much for coming through, my friend.
Come on, man.
Genuinely a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Genuinely a pleasure.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
so much. Welcome. Good vibes in here. Good vibes all around. How you doing?
Absolutely. I'm excellent, man. I had to blow through, man. Come through with the whoop whoop.
It's what it is. Now, it's 420. Shout out to all our 420 viewers out there. The Snoopaverse, Snoop Dogg TV, Mary Jane, all you guys checking in. We're chilling with Drumma Boy. We're going to put some smoke in the air. We're going to talk about some good things. Now, tell us, I don't mean to start on a somber note, but this album that came out earlier this year is about a very serious topic and something that I imagine you put a lot of your heart into. You want to tell us a little bit more about the record?
Absolutely, man. R.I.P. my big bro. My inspiration. This was the first guy I looked up to, the first guy I wanted to be like, dress like. I remember walking into the studio and just seeing lights. I was like, man, I feel like I'm in a spaceship. And from my pop was in the orchestra, My mom was in the opera, so I already had the orchestral background and could play and arrange, read, and write music. But getting the inspiration from Big Bro with like just making beats and just having that backup if hooping wasn't gonna get me where it needed to take me, and to lose him. But looking at the legacy that he left, 4 kids, 3 grandbabies, my 2 nephews, my 2 nieces. It's just only right that he live on.
Absolutely.
When we lost him, they named the day 223 Insane Wayne Day. And my mama was like, baby, it's just a celebration. You gotta celebrate, because out of anybody, it hit me the hardest just because of how it happened, where it happened. And it was just a blessing for me to put all of that energy into a project, put it into the music. I hate it had to go this way. May he live on, the family straight. And just when I met you, a time in my life that I had to transition.
Right.
And get back to my fans and make sure that my fans live every part of my life and that it's genuine. I feel like that's the truest way to stay in tune with your fans is to give them what you're going through. You can't hide shit. You can't fabricate. Ain't nothing phony. And just, man, smoke that shit, bro. Fuck that shit. That's what the weed do. Like it help you say fuck that shit. Like, cause so many people put pressure on you or want you to live like this or be like this or wonder why you ain't cool with them no more. It's just a lot of things, but you peep and the weed is the blessing. That the weed is kind of like a medicine.
Truth.
In a sense.
Truth. Now, obviously you've created such an amazing body of work over the years, and you've put a lot of different energies into there. I mean, I can't imagine, it must have been a very different experience, though, bringing this kind of energy because it's such a specific loss and it's such a specific tragedy coming into the record.
I am my brother's keeper.
That's
You know what I mean? So
what it says.
I just speak, again, what I'm going through, you know what I mean? And, it was just a blessing, man. That's all I can say. Like, it's a blessing, man. I just kicked it with my nephew. Shout out to Lil Jordan, $1 Trillion Kid, Selena, Raven, Devin. My nephews and my nieces. That's what really keep me going. You know what I mean? For real, because, you know, family is all you got. Like, you know, your career and the opportunities that you get through your career is one thing, but see, I never sold my soul. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can go anywhere. I ain't strapped. You know what I mean? Only thing I fear is God. So it's not too many people that move like that. You know what I mean? So I just try to uplift. I always been a big brother. You know what I mean? And just uplift as many people as I can when I can. You know what I mean? With a picture, with motivation, with inspiration, with a quote. You know what I mean? I'm on the Instagram, Drumma Boy Fresh, every day, hitting you with a quote or just some kind of motivation, positivity. Because we got enough of the negativity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I go against the grain. I'm gonna be something positive. I'm gonna be that angel. I'm gonna be that 1111. I'm gonna be that Mary Jane. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. We're gonna check in with the audience just for a sec. We got a hi from Italy. We rep with our Italian folks. We've been around the world. Drumma Boy, have you traveled to Italy?
I have never been to Italy. I want to go. I love, you know, the food, the culture, the people. I've gotten a lot of invites.
I mess with some Italian food. What are some of your favorite Italian dishes?
I would say spaghetti, the garlic bread. You know what I'm saying? The salads, the vinaigrettes. I like the what do you call it? What you call it? The way somebody talk. It's like
the accent.
The accent.
Mm-hmm.
Get her started on accents though, because we might go down a real rabbit hole and we might not ever come out of it. I mean, you saw how she went in on Mary Jane earlier. You know what I mean? She gets serious. She gets real serious.
Yeah.
She gets real serious.
The accents though. That's you know what I mean. It's like that. It's just. You know what I'm saying? Is Super Mario? Was he Italian?
He was
Super Mario.
His
Mario and Luigi.
They
were proud. I think they were Italian Americans, maybe, or
sure.
some
they were
variation.
Definitely.
Mario and Luigi have been some of the most inspiring Italians around the world in history. Some great legends. You know, there's maybe some race car drivers and some skiers or something like that.
Some plumbers.
Plumbers. These guys are plumbers, and they're just doing it big.
Yeah.
Whatever you got. Now, you were speaking about family a little bit earlier ago. You were saying your pops was in the orchestra and your mom was also involved in sort of classical music.
Right.
How much has that influenced you over the years as a producer?
I mean, it like every day, every minute, every moment is something going on in my head. It's a beat, you know what I mean? And that comes from, like, I'll be like, man, I used to have bad dreams from it early, like 5, 6, 7, just bad dream, wake up, just something in my head. I could never turn my brain off. You know what I mean? And my mama used to be like, I used to put my wound to the speaker. You know what I'm saying? When I was like 6 months, 7 months. And she said, man, I play Michael Jackson, I play Luther Vandross. And you just get the kicking, you know what I'm saying? You just get the moving and dancing and whatnot. And it's crazy. So I started seeing a positive side to the nightmares. You know what I mean? But just always having music in your ear, even before I was on Earth.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And then living with my pop, going to see, he was in Orange Mound, so living with Pop, he practicing. He clarinetist, he practicing at least 14, 15 hours of the day.
Non-stop. Got those scales.
Man, I mean, it'd be like, man, at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, so it was like real militant, you know what I'm saying? He was in the Marines, and I would have to wake up 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, doing push-ups, doing speed reading tools, ACT tools, SAT tools, like, you know what I mean? Just mental work. You know what I mean? You got to practice clarinet before you can go hoop. You know what I'm saying? In the house, I'm, yes, sir. No, sir. Da, 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 da. As soon as I go outside, yeah, man, shit, man. You know what I mean? So it growing up in Memphis, man, it just it teaches you to be a chameleon. You know what I'm saying? Some situations you don't need to know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Some situations you need to know everything you got right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a real balance of life and survival.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And those the I call it gumbo. It's just a full pot of you don't know what's in it. You be like, Mama, what's in this? Don't worry about it, baby. Eat up. It's just a whole
It's
bunch of
good,
leftovers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Be some leftover this, some leftover that, some leftover this, with a little seasoning of this and some leftover that, and then you make it the best dish
Dash of
that
love.
lasts you a whole nother week or two.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's all about your creativity. And I took what the defense gave me. You know what I'm saying? I took the cards I was dealt
I love
and
that.
kind of blended it into what I call trap. And here we are today with a genre behind some inspirations of my input with the help of many others.
Yep, 100%. Now, tell us a little bit more about Memphis. When you go back to Memphis now, how do you reflect on it compared to what it was like when you were growing up as a kid?
Right now, you know, Memphis looked like a rebuild, you know what I'm saying? And it's still like, you know, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, it's still, it's going down, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of, you know, it's a lot of areas that you might not want to go in, as well as it's a beautiful city.
Totally.
Our downtown, the Memphis Grizzlies, the pyramid, and you know what I'm saying, just the whole city, the barbecue, the food, the music, the culture. You know what I mean? It's a blessing to be from the Bluff. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't bluff. It's like, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't have made it this far if I wasn't from where I was at, just because of how it inspired me and allowed me to be independent.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And to get the knowledge. I never would have got the knowledge from Wendy Day, Rap Coalition. Shout out to Wendy Day. Like, she was doing free educational tutors at the University of Memphis and teaching you about music business, how to copyright your music and ISRC codes and the importance of ownership, you know. And this is when I was 15, 16. So I was just thankful to have so much knowledge. Like, it's just so much passion and there's so much talent. You know what I mean? If you look at Memphis right now, like, everybody taking a Memphis sample or recreating a Memphis sound right now. Memphis on fire, and the artists finally seeing that we can do something with what we got. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's finally like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's possible. You look at all of the artists that's coming out the city, so, you know, it's just motivation and inspiration. You gotta inspire the youth, inspire the future, you know what I mean, and uplift the future, give them the knowledge, give them the tools that's necessary to be successful.
100%. 100%. Now, you kind of migrated over to Atlanta to pursue the music thing. Do you feel like the transition from Memphis to Atlanta was pretty organic?
Yeah, because I'm a connect. You know what I mean? I'm playing for a major, you know what I'm saying, a major NBA or NFL team. You know what I mean? Like Memphis, it was, when I was leaving, coming out of Memphis, it was maybe 15 to 20 artists I could work with. I worked with everybody in the city. I did everything I could in the city. So why not graduate? As soon as I go to the, hey, Pastor Troy called me, bam. Then Block called me, Boys in the Hood. Then Jeezy called me, bam. Then Tip called me. Then Drake called me out the blue, Money to Blow. Rocco called me, I'ma Do Me. Plies called me, Florida. Shouted. You know what I mean? We do I Put On. We do Lose My Mind, Jeezy. You know what I mean? Waka. What's up? What you want to do?
That's my whole
No
college
Hands.
career right
You know what
there.
I mean?
Yes.
Gucci called me. The first song me and Gucci ever did was Photo Shoot. Then we come back in there with I Think I Love Her. You know what I mean? Like, me and Gucci got over 2,000 songs together. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Then I go to L.A. Chris Brown. What's up? Gang. What's up? Nipsey Hussle. You know what I mean? The relationships that I've gained out here with y'all in L.A. Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
As soon as I met Snoop Dogg, I was doing a video shoot with DJ Drumma. Did his single, Daydream. Akon, T.I., Snoop. You know what I mean? So it's just one opportunity to lead to another. Next thing you know, I'm overseas. London, Japan. You know what I'm saying? Brussels, Germany, Russia. Everybody making beats like Drumma Boy. You type up Drumma Boy type beat, it's everywhere. Drumma Boy type beat, Drumma Boy type beat. Type in Drumma Boy kit. I ain't never made a kit in my life. Look how many people snatching my sounds, or it might be engineers that pull from a 2006 session or a 2008 session, 2009 session. So, man, it's flattery. I'm inspired by that, man. I want the people to be able to, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And speaking of sounds, your signature kind of tag on your song, what's the origin of that?
The signature tag, Listen to This Track, Bitch, was really like,
Listen to this track, bitch.
my homeboy Jay was in the booth talking cash shit. You know what I mean? One of the first groups that brought me to Atlanta. And he was just in the booth. Hey man, yeah man, shit man, goddamn it man, woo, listen to this track, bitch. Yeah, woo. I was like, whoa, and I just let him keep talking, but in my head I was like, bro, I'm finna sample that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I sampled that shit and I just put it on the beginning of the track. Then I still hit you with the, hey yeah, boy. Or, you know, at one time I used certain sounds that were distinctive throughout my beats, and you know what I mean, people would recognize or think that would be a production by me or whatnot. Then some beats I might not put my name on it at all. Or sometimes I hit you with the foreign chick, she Drumma Boy. Like on the new Jeezy and Master P I did for I Got the Hook Up Part 2. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's about being creative. Or I might hit you with Drumma Boy Live like I did on John T. Austin new album. Or like I hit you with Here I Am, Rick Ross, Nelly, Avery Storm. You know what I'm saying? Pull the white tigers out, pull the white pianos out. Let's go to Miami and pull the yachts out. You know what I mean? Some real fly. Put your suit on, cause you know women got so many outfits that they don't got nowhere to wear them to. You know what I mean? So you want to give guys songs like that can, you know, take you to another level and elevate. So even my relationship in New York, it's all about traveling and diversifying yourself and throwing that M up everywhere you go.
M's in the air. M's everywhere you go. Mary Jane, Snoop Dogg TV, everyone out there in the Snooperverse, thank you guys so much for checking in. This is about that time. We're doing our thing. We're chilling with Drumma Boy. We also smoke on some fine cannabis. We smoke on some fine vaporizers. Shout out to our sponsors, Loon. They make some chill-ass vaporizers for chill-ass pre-rolls. Make your day right there. Drumma Boy, we do a segment on About That Time. We call it Post It Up. We take some pictures from your Instagram. You tell us the story behind the picture.
Okay.
It's a fun game. We put the picture right up here. We got a first one from you.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people online were kind of going this way a few weeks back. Just trying to see what it might look like a few days into the future.
Yeah.
What's going on here, my friend?
Hey man, that's the face app. You know, I was talking a little shit about, you know, not giving a fuck about my picture being used in different ways and whatnot. But you know, everybody was in the face app challenge, I guess you say. So that would be, what is that, plus 50 years? That's plus 50 that's years. Like granddaddy
fresh.
You feel me?
Granddaddy fresh. I like it. Now, did you guys also read about this? Like, people were saying it was like a conspiracy, like there was some like Russian company that owned the face app and they were doing facial recognition. Are you a conspiracy theory kind of guy, Drumma Boy?
Nah, I don't. I just say fuck that shit. They did what? They said what happened? It ain't got nothing to do with me. She ain't got nothing to do with me.
We're going to check in with the audience. We have a question, an inquiry, a check-in here. What advice do you have for future artists who are trying to come up in this industry?
Future artists trying to come up in the industry, it's all about digital assets. You know what I'm saying? It's all about playlists right now. You know what I mean? A lot of times, you know, you used to press up massive CDs and get in the streets and, you know, do like massive street runs and whatnot. You still got to get in the streets. You still got to hit the DJs. Like that's the most important thing as far as physical is the DJ, the relationship, and you actually going to the DJ, you going up to these people, shaking their hands and making sure they play the record and the energy. Sometimes they might give you the mic, take the stage, let people see, you know what I mean, what's going on. I've seen people like A&Rs, executives, labels, everybody calling the next day just because of how they took the club over. You know what I mean? So it's all about the opportunity that you got. You know what I mean? Put yourself in position, believe in yourself, brand yourself, and make sure you up on these playlists, man. Playlist digital assets.
Yeah.
Guys, you heard it here first. The road to the top. We have another picture from Posted Up. It's a little trippier. What's going on this one?
You can't burst my bubble. You know what I mean? I'm having fun. Nickelodeon, brand ambassador. A lot of times we get the call to say, hey, we need some help promoting an event or a theme we got, this project we got, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? We bring the kids out. Drumma love the kids, man. Massive kids have been going out to Atlanta. So if you in Atlanta, stop through Nickelodeon Slime City.
Now, what's the Slime City experience like from beginning to end?
It's dope, man. From the beginning, they take you through like a couple rooms. You know what I'm saying? You can see how it looks like the slime is being made, and then you can actually go make slime. They got actual rooms where you can get slime.
Wow, deep
You know what I
slime,
mean?
a deep slime
Yeah,
day.
so it's just Slime City, all about the slime.
Very, very, very dope. Well, when you're in the slime, you slip and slide sometimes. This next picture looks like people that are imbalanced. It seems like here.
Yoga.
What we got going on right here?
I was tested, man. They was like, "Do you do yoga? Da 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 da. Your energy is so great. Your spirits are so beautiful. Da 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 da. I want you to do something with me," and I did it. So I tried it, and I popped my knees. You know what I'm saying? It felt great.
Oh wow!
You gotta stretch.
Good yoga experience.
You know what I'm saying?
Now we got a staple. I think we got a staple sign back here. A staple pigeon.
Yeah, I was stopping through Staple Pigeon, doing some shopping for my store, House of Fresh in Atlanta.
Absolutely. So is the idea with House of Fresh that you take streetwear brands from around the country that you mess with and kind of bring them into the city?
Absolutely. Anything that I got a relationship that's organic, you know what I mean, that I've been repping way before I even had a clothing store. I just took myself out of a shopping rack. Like I felt like I was bigger than just a clothing rack and just wearing people's clothes for free and whatnot. Yeah, I get a lot of clothes, but why not let's do business? You know what I mean? Why not let me sell your shit at my store? You know what I mean? And actually get a front. And now we actually heading into our second location. So, you know what I mean? It's been a blessing.
Yeah. Very dope. Very, very dope. We got one more. Maybe even two. But this next one is a different kind of vibe. Letting people know what the vibe is here. Repping that red. Who you got in this picture?
Man, what's my boy name? That's a DJ. I forget my boy name, but we was at a showcase and we were judging at Aisle 5, an event that Gambino ATL put together. Man, I would have to look at my IG. Wherever y'all pulled that picture up, I tagged him.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now, what was the competition about?
The competition, it wasn't really a competition, but it was just a showcase of just different artists performing and whatnot. You know, some of Drum Squad artists, Spark Dog performed, Q Monte performed, and then there was several other artists that they had performed.
Beautiful. Now, when you are incubating artists like that, what do you think the most important thing is that you feel like you impart to an artist as they're developing their sound?
For the most part, it's about, believing in what you say. You know what I mean? Because I've noticed, like, the artists that kind of, they gravitate towards certain topics that don't really apply to, like, having fun. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you want a crowd to really gravitate, you know what I mean? It's about having fun. You know what I mean? And yeah, we lit, whether we getting drunk, fucked up, getting blowed, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever. It's got to be some energy. So I tell guys to always, like, come with the energy, and involve the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who buy records. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather go into an arena and they like, as opposed to just,
Yeah.
Because the guys going to go where the women at anyway.
Truth.
You know what I mean? So, if I go in, let's say, for instance, I hear your whole project and you got just trap. I'm going to hit you with a top 40. I'm going to hit you with something to challenge you and take you kind of out of your zone and into this. Now, if you already got top 40, and R&B, all right, I'm going to hit you with the trap. But I'm going to always hit you opposite of what you got because you already got that. Well, I'm going to give you what you got.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I always kind of diversify myself. And like Rick Ross, for instance, in that project, he was straight trapped out. He was done. I was like, man, let me sprinkle you with this. And we did Here I Am, which that was like actually the fourth single that came out and the album sales went up.
Right.
Like that's rare. You know
True.
what I mean? So it's about doing things different and just, kind of testing the boundaries. And I just go with what I believe in.
100%. 100%. We got one more from Posted Up. I think this is the gallery here.
Oh, yeah.
Getting your art on?
Jay. I think that was like a Hampton CBD event. And they had like it in this dope art. This was in LA. And some artwork or something had just came through. Or it might have been some ads.
Well, that is art as well. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of art out there, and you got to appreciate all of it. You got to appreciate all of it. Now, going to a hemp and CBD event like this in LA, that's something we do when we live in Los Angeles. What's the cannabis situation like down in Atlanta and in Tennessee?
Man, it's growing. And, Atlanta, they just passed a law for hemp. You know what I mean? I think May 10th. So it's a lot of big projects, going on, and just seeing how much money, you seeing money tripling. 300 or 400 million last year. Now you're seeing almost a couple billion this year. Next year they're talking 300 billion. You know what I mean? So it's definitely something that, you research and try to find your way in that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. Now, do you think for kind of artists that are coming in the hip hop space, obviously where cannabis has been sort of part of the culture for a really long time, do you think that this industry really offers an opportunity to kind of leverage it to continue the creative community there that sort of has made it acceptable in society?
I think it's possible. You know what I mean? It's about involving the communities, but it's also about people getting the knowledge, as well as having their business plans and their structure together in order to get proper funding to do certain things that you wouldn't believe you could do. You know what I mean? So it's just about having your things in order, having your business structured, taxes. And these are things that we're going to be teaching and implementing through curriculum very soon.
Absolutely. Now, do you feel like because you've done a lot of time here in California as well, you can bring some of that Cali weed kind of vibes back east?
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like Snoop, when I first met Snoop, he was like, "Oh, I fuck with you, nephew." He had just threw me a goddamn ounce, and I was like, I thought he was throwing me the ounce to roll up the whole ounce. You know what I'm saying? I had a whole bed. They threw me all these blunts and shit. It was like 20 packs of blunts. So I'm like, okay. He come back in that motherfucker. It's 20 motherfucking blunts. And he like, "Oh, I fuck with you, nephew. Pass these motherfuckers." Man, everybody smoking and getting high. So it's just, you know what I'm saying? All my shit, I get that from my mama. Like my mama was queen and throwing parties, and she was the Great Gatsby.
Right.
You know what I mean? She was just entertaining. Hold on, let me get the music, and y'all need some punch. You know what I mean? She'll be cooking and just setting the tone. You know what I mean? And making sure people feel good. And that's what it's about. Like, we are superstars, we celebrities. People look at us as superheroes or whatever, but man, we all human. You know what I mean? We still got the same heart. We still got the same, blood, and it's about showing that respect, you know what I mean, and being able to have that mutual respect, have fun, and party, like, you know what I'm saying, and be able to trip, laugh, and joke, and you know what I mean, like, the negativity, we just gotta, it's all about unity, man. We gotta, you know what I mean?
Yeah, keep it positive, bring it together.
For real, smoke something, man.
Gotta
Mary
agree
Jane.
Guys, smoke something, Mary Jane. We're going to check in with you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Everyone, Snoop TV, Mary Jane. We've got another inquiry from our fine audience. Would you be a judge on Masters of the Beat Makers? And were you offered to, if you were offered to be one?
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking offers. I'm definitely familiar with the TV world. We've done several different TV shows and appearances and whatnot. And it's just all about the right thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm about business, big business, you know what I mean, and changing lives. And I've never wanted to go on TV or use my fame in disgrace, you know what I mean? Or if somebody look at me and be like, man, that ain't, people know me, you know what I'm saying? So I can't fake like a lot of these different shows, for real, they got you faking and looking like something that you really ain't, you know what I'm saying? And that's nothing that I can never do. You know what I mean? So if it's real and it's giving somebody an opportunity, man, holler at me. Holler at my manager, Squeak, at Mr._Squeak, man, SQUEAK.
Absolutely. Well, guys, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Sometimes it's hard to make sense of a lot of things. I'm going to introduce you to a member of our critter clique here, Drumma Boy. This is Bowie the cat. Okay. He chills out with us. He's sort of he looks kind of like glowing today. Those are the uniques. He messes with his butterflies, the uniques. He chills out with us.
He look like he been smoking some.
Yeah, he's smoking. I mean, I don't know. That's some special cron, I think. You know, it was maybe
a butterfly.
Yeah, maybe some pet CBD, a very advisable dose for Bowie the cat. Do you have pets, Drumma Boy?
I do not.
Yeah,
I'm traveling all the time. I want some pets, you know what I mean? Probably soon. I'll probably get a dog or something like that.
A dog.
You know what I mean?
Well, we have digital pets, so we're kind of cheating. We don't have it's all the fun without any of the
Yeah.
responsibility.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's really the question you have to consider. We just brought you Fuzzbutt the husky. We actually just got you a dog.
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go.
He's chilling. Do you think you would go like kind of like a husky type dog? You think you do pull that off or no?
I probably would go like a pit or a Doberman or K9.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I've always wanted to buy enough land to where I could have like a couple eagles. You know what I mean?
Eagle on deck.
Yeah, you know.
With
what
the
I'm saying?
leather
you got some
gloves, like
trained
you like
eagles.
Yeah,
like,
trained
I'm talking
eagles. That's pretty swaggy.
That is.
I like it. Well, Drumma Boy, we do a segment on about that time. We call it Roll the News. We take some headlines from around the world and we talk about it.
Okay.
The first headline is actually kind of interesting. You were talking about the growth of the cannabis industry. A new survey just came out. It said that now as many Americans that are smoking weed are the same as the amount of Americans that are smoking cigarettes. And, 20, 30 years ago, 45% of Americans were smoking cigarettes. Now only 15. The number of Americans smoking cannabis is almost at 15%. Well, it's a tie.
I've been saying that though. Like I remember like when I was 3, 4, and my mom used to smoke cigarettes heavy, and that's the reason why I never smoked cigarettes. You know what I mean? Just because she would never roll the window down. I used to be kicking her seat like, and my eyes burning. It was just little tension. You know what I mean? I used to hate. I still hate cigarettes. You know what I mean? Just the smell I get in my clothes and whatnot. And I don't know, weed just always felt like just looking at Bob Marley, looking at, you know what I mean, all the greats, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it's like, okay.
Can't argue with weed.
Something don't sound right. Like, okay, these folks making these cigarettes legally and this shit killing people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen nobody die for no weed.
To this day.
How is
No.
this not legal? I just never could understand it. So for it to finally be here around these,
It's an unbelievable time.
it is,
And
man. It's
people
like
are
we
riding the
living
wave.
this. We actually living through this, man. You know what I'm saying? My boy Wiz, Burner, all my guys, man. They got strands, 2 Chainz, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just seeing what Burner has accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Seeing what Wiz has accomplished. You know what I mean? So many guys, Snoop. You know what I mean? Just what he's accomplished, in the industry. I shout the Empire, man, Willie Nelson.
Truth.
You know what I mean? For just really standing up and fighting for the rights. You know what I mean? So it's an honor to live in this period for sure, man.
Guys, it's a time of change, and and that change means we can smoke a lot of weed, which, hallelujah, pretty good thing. Now this is another side of that legalization. The next story from tonight's installment of Roll the News: dispensary was recently shut down in Oklahoma after the owner was caught selling meth on the premises. Now, guys, it's an important time of change, but if you're gonna get in the mix, be responsible, man. That's just real. That's bad for everybody.
Don't fuck up this shit for that shit.
No.
That's
Come
bad
on.
for everyone.
No.
That should not be available at your local dispensary.
No,
I think
not-
we got to draw a line, guys. Cannabis has never killed people. That's where we draw the line.
Right.
But don't do that in the dispensary. We're trying to have a good reputation out here, people. Don't sell meth in the dispensary.
Makes
Yeah.
no
It's
sense.
not a good idea. It's not a good
Come on.
idea. They're selling new things in dispensaries, though. I think in Oakland they're now selling psychedelic mushrooms
Yes,
because
yes.
that is no longer criminal in the city of Oakland.
Psychedelic mushrooms.
Psychedelic mushrooms.
Have you had one?
I have, sir.
How did it make you feel?
Pretty good. I would say no complaints.
Okay.
Yeah, I would go back for more.
No woozy?
No, not really. You're not gonna want to eat a huge meal while you're in that moment. You're definitely gonna want to hydrate and
Yeah.
keep it light.
Sex? No sex?
I would say positive, but you're sort of in another dimension. I wouldn't say it's, that would be the first thing that's on your mind. You're just like kind of sitting there, vibing on the nature. Like it's all
Yeah.
good. Keeping it mellow.
Keep it
cool.
raising the heartbeat. I don't know if it's necessary to raise the heartbeat. For definitely smoke a joint though.
Yeah.
Definitely smoke a joint
Yeah, just
for
keep
sure.
Keep it there.
Keep
Keep it
chill.
mellow.
Yeah.
All right.
On the
Now-
psychedelic mushroom.
On the now, speaking of psychedelic mushrooms, speaking of other dimensions, the last story we have tonight from Roll the News, Tom DeLonge, he's the former frontman of Blink 182. He's quite a known UFO guy. He's very into UFOs. He says that his organization has obtained exotic metals unknown to science. Tom DeLonge, Blink 182, he has alien metals, is what he's trying to tell us.
Exotic
Wow.
metals.
Exotic metals unknown to science. That's pretty next level. Now, you know, he's a known music personality, and this UFOs has just really become his passion. Right. Did you know anyone that's into UFOs, Drumma Boy?
I don't.
No,
I don't.
like kind of like. What are you about you, Kalia?
Just the Men in Black.
Men in Black. That's as far as the UFO things goes. Yeah. It does not go beyond Men in Black.
I wasn't even a huge fan of the X-Files show. I really tried to. I really, really tried.
Either you're in or you're not. You know what I mean? It's hard to be.
I love me some Walking Dead though.
Okay, Walking Dead. I feel that.
Yeah.
You know, no UFOs, but still, it's it's pushing the boundaries.
Either way.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know. I've never been abducted by a UFO. Did you see this headline from a couple weeks back where people were saying they were going to storm Area 51? Did you see that one on the internet?
To see them aliens.
To see the aliens. They can't stop us all. So people get passionate about this. They really want there to be another thing.
See if it's real.
Yeah, really see if it's real. Well, I maybe just stick with the mushrooms and the legal weed.
No, don't get caught out there now. You know what I'm saying? When they turn around and you got that.
Right. Shit.
Yeah, I mean,
you gotta run away.
Aliens. You want to be able to prepare yourself for that experience.
No.
Definitely. We have another check-in from the audience. We've got Courtney Hippie, shout out. Do you have tips for someone who is homeless and really wants to write a song? How can one channel that pain into inspiration into a song, especially if you haven't written before? That's a great question. Wow.
Man, everything is video and social media. If you homeless, if you were able to send this message, that means you got a phone. So I would write my song and tell my story through my phone, whether it's through Instagram, Facebook. I would record a voice memo or something and put it on SoundCloud. Like, there's so many different, things that you could do just right on the flip of your phone, for real.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing that we live in a time when people who have so little are able to have access to ways to share their story, and hopefully bring light on those issues. And maybe get their voice heard by others, It could definitely change a lot. Now, speaking of checking in, speaking of being on another level, Drumma Boy, we do a segment here on About That Time. We call it Astrology Time. Mm-hmm. We look at the stars. We see what's going on. We figure out what might be accurate and not accurate, because we'll read some sentences from your horoscope, and you can tell us if you think they're accurate or not. Okay. Now, do you follow the horoscope at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so what's your feeling on it? Do you feel like it really gets you sometimes? You kind of
I feel like it's always very general to where it kind of applies to whoever is talking to. You know what I mean? But there are certain key elements that apply.
Right.
Here and there. So it's almost like a 50-50, but it's like I'm listening to you, but I got my eye to you. Like,
right. Skeptical, potentially.
Yeah.
Okay, now what we're gonna do is we'll read them to you. You tell us if you think they're on point or not. So the first element from tonight's installment of Astrology Time says they have amazing patience. Would you say you're a patient guy?
I have learned to be patient.
That is definitely a learned skill. I agree with that.
Yeah,
doesn't always come naturally.
I wasn't always patient. You know what I mean? And I'm still very, but I do that with the target. Once I see the target and know the target, then it's,
There you go.
But yeah, I have learned to be patient.
Especially living in LA, you need to learn how to be patient.
Oh yeah, with the traffic.
Oh, with the traffic, you got to be patient. When you're trying to order a coffee and how long it takes to get that coffee.
Doing auditions.
Lots of patience, guys. It's a good thing to cultivate if you don't feel as though it's coming to you naturally. So I say that's a pretty on point one. Element number 2 says it can be hard for these people to show or share deep emotion. Now, I don't know. What do you think?
For Leo?
For Leo, August 11th.
That one is a tricky question too, because before my brother's death, I think I showed more emotion.
Really? Interesting.
You know what I mean? Now it's like I'm numb to a lot of shit.
Yeah. I could see how that might happen.
So it's like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel that. So I feel like it's in the inner realm.
But passionate, I think, is another word. But
yeah,
being passionate, you know what I mean, is different.
I agree with that.
I think the emotional, I think that is kind of like, it's like there, but it's
complicated.
Very small. It's a pinch.
Yeah, I feel that. We have a third element from your horoscope tonight. Tell us if you think it's on point or not. Often drawn to caring professions such as nursing, therapy, social services, or the clergy. Do you feel like you've ever been drawn to making sure that whatever you're doing is helping others, caring for others?
Definitely. I agree with that one. I've always been a big brother, volunteer, YMCA, you know what I'm saying, Boy Scouts of America, you know what I'm saying, and just a therapist,
Yeah,
a life changer.
very interesting.
You know what I mean? So it's I get that from my grandfather. He was a principal, and he wrote the desegregation plan for Maryland.
Wow.
They named the middle school after him, General James Golson Middle School, and this is in Maryland, right outside D.C. He was principal at Fairmount Heights for 30 years. So just seeing him, how he, like I went to his 90th birthday and just seeing all these doctors and lawyers and, you know what I mean, police officers and just, coaches and the president, United States, like saluting him for how he uplifted a community. You know what I mean? And generation after generation after generation of people. You know what I mean? And with knowledge and stability and foundation, you know what I mean? And that's what it's always been for me, like when I did the unification process of Memphis, which I call Welcome to My City. And it was like really one of my first rap projects that I put all the top rappers at the time on one project. I got the key to the city of Memphis. You know what I mean? It's like, it's one thing to produce, but if you look at the top producers in the game, Dr. Dre, Swiss Beats, Kanye, Pharrell, Manny Fresh, Jazzy Faye, any of the, you know what I'm saying? They all rap.
True.
You know what I mean? Like you have to. I gotta see your face at some point, sometime. You know what I mean? Now the endorsements. Oh yeah. Okay, drum. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll have you on. You know what I mean? It's like different. You know what I mean? So it's about, just diversifying yourself and putting yourself in position to do any and everything. The music just put me in position to do cryptocurrency. The cryptocurrency put me in position to do motivational speaking. Motivational speaking put me in position to do a curriculum. You know what I mean? The curriculum put me in position to start a whole studio project.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just one thing that goes into another. Studio project puts me in position to do movies. You know what I mean? And just like that, one thing leads to another. You know what I mean? So it's about, mastering one thing and then, you know what I mean, kind of diving into the others.
Stepping stones.
Absolutely.
For sure. Tell us a little more about your work with Big Brother.
A lot of different events, volunteer projects, and times that I've gone into different classes and spoken, or even shown how to make music, and just, like making a beat on spot and letting them play the keys and doing different things to, show them that their input matters. You know what I mean? Everybody inputs matters, and it's like poking life. Whatever you poke into life, there's gonna be an effect somewhere. You know what I mean? So whatever you put into it is what you get out. You know what I mean? And even if it's 2%, 1%, I'd rather have 2% of something than 0% of 100% of nothing.
Very well put.
You know what I mean? So, just teaching a different vision that's uplifting and putting us in a better position for the future.
I like it a lot. We have one more element from your horoscope. If they have problems with their health, they should seek out a licensed holistic healer. Are you into alternative healing methodologies, Drummer Boy?
Not at all.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Well, I mean, cannabis is sort of a holistic healer, I would say, potentially.
I guess.
It could heal your insomnia, heal your anxiety.
Yeah.
Bring you to a more creative space. But in general, just stick with conventional medicine.
Yeah. I'm straight flower. Like, just flower. Cool. Maybe some liquor, alcohol from time to time, you know what I'm saying? But
well, a little yoga too. I mean, we saw you
yoga.
repping.
Oh yeah, we in the
yoga.
gym. We in the gym.
In the gym. I mean, that's it's important to stay
Health
healthy.
is wealth.
Health is wealth. I agree with that. I couldn't agree with that more. Well, that was astrology time. I think the horoscope had something to offer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't totally on point, but it gave us some
It's
insight.
balanced, you know. It's a little,
Yeah, nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Especially the horoscope. Well, Drumma Boy, before we let you go, we like to give you an opportunity to let the Mary Jane and Snoop audience know what they should be checking for you this coming year.
All right, definitely. We just dropped my Brother's Keeper album. We got the Collective Project. We dropped on Trevor Jackson's album. I did Tell Me featuring Lil Yachty. We just did a record for K. Michelle. I'm excited about. Jonte Austin just dropped a project. I'm excited about. It's so much music, man. But definitely stay tuned for our new studio projects. The curriculum coming soon. Excited about doing some things with the film, video gaming, celebrity gaming. The hands in the pots of everything.
Beautiful.
Shout out to Nephew, man. Keep doing your thing, boy.
What
up, Snoop?
We're gonna do one more check-in with the audience before we leave. Downloading My Brother's Keeper now. Can't wait to left hand and listen.
Oh yeah, man. Appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you, man. My Brother's Keeper. Definitely check out the Collective Project, man, by Drum Squad. All of our artists showcases our roster.
Beautiful. Mary Jane, thanks so much for checking in with us. Thanks to Loon Vaporizers and Pre-Rolls for bringing us the show. Thank you, Drumma Boy. Guys,
Yes,
it's been lit. We'll see you very soon on About That Time.